Welcome to the appendix, where we read the primary sources of the past so the present can be better understood. Today's primary source: Act to Prohibit the Importation of Slaves, March 2nd, 1807. Article 1, Section 9 of the Constitution provided that the importation of such persons as any of the states shall think proper to admit shall not be prohibited by the Congress prior to the year 1808. In his sixth annual message, December 2nd, 1806, Jefferson wrote, "I congratulate you, fellow citizens, on the approach of the period at which you may interpose your authority constitutionally to withdraw the citizens of the United States from all further participation in those violations of human rights which have been so long continued on the unoffending inhabitants of Africa." Bills to prohibit the importation of slaves were promptly introduced into the House and the Senate. An act to prohibit the importation of slaves into any port or place within the jurisdiction of the United States from and after the first day of January in the year of our Lord 1808. Be it enacted that from and after the first day of January 1808 it shall not be lawful to import or bring into the United States or the territories thereof from any foreign kingdom, place, or country any Negro, mulatto, or person of color as a slave, or to be held to service or labor. Section 2. That no citizen of the United States or any other person shall, from and after the first day of January in the year of our Lord 1808, for himself or themselves or any other person whomsoever, either as master, factor, or owner, build, fit, equip, load, or to otherwise prepare any ship or vessel in any port or place within the jurisdiction of the United States, nor shall cause any ship or vessel to sail from any port or place within the same for the purpose of procuring any Negro, mulatto, or person of color from any foreign kingdom, place, or country to be transported to any port or place whatsoever within the jurisdiction of the United States, to be held, sold, or disposed of as slaves, or to be held to service or labor. And if any ship or vessel shall be so fitted out for the purpose aforesaid, or shall be caused to sail so as aforesaid, every such ship or vessel, her tackle, apparel, and furniture, shall be forfeited to the United States, and shall be liable to be seized, prosecuted, and condemned in any of the circuit courts or district courts for the district where the said ship or vessel may be found or seized. Section 4. If any citizen or citizens of the United States or any person resident within the jurisdiction of the same shall, from and after the first day of January 1808, take on board, receive, or transport from any of the coasts or kingdoms of Africa, or from any other foreign kingdom, place, or country, any Negro, mulatto, or person of color in any ship or vessel for the purpose of selling them in any port or place within the jurisdiction of the United States as slaves, or to be held to service or labor, or shall be in any way adding or abetting therein, such citizens or persons shall severely forfeit and pay $5,000, one moiety thereof, to the use of any person or persons shall sue for and prosecute the same to effect. Section 6. That if any person or persons whatsoever shall, from and after the first day of January 1808, purchase or sell any Negro, mulatto, or person of color for a slave, or to be held to service or labor, who shall have been imported or brought from any foreign kingdom, place, or country, or from the dominions of any foreign state immediately adjoining to the United States, and after the last day of December 1808, And 7. Knowing at the time of such purchase or sale, such Negro, mulatto, or persons of color was so brought within the jurisdiction of the United States as aforesaid, such purchaser and seller shall severely forfeit and pay for every Negro, mulatto, or person of color so purchased or sold as aforesaid, $800. Section 7. That if any person or vessel shall be found from and after the 1st day of January 1808 in any river, port, bay, or harbor, or on the high seas within the jurisdictional limits of the United States, or hovering on the coast thereof, having on board any Negro, mulatto, or person of color, for the purpose of selling them as slaves, or with intent to land the same in any port or place within the jurisdiction of the United States, contrary to the prohibition of the act, every such ship or vessel, together with her tackle, apparel, and furniture, and the goods or effects which shall be found on board the same, shall be forfeited to the use of the United States, and may be seized, prosecuted, and condemned in any court of the United States, having jurisdiction thereof, and it shall be lawful for the President of the United States, and he is hereby authorized, should he deem it expedient, to cause any of the armed vessels of the United States to be manned and employed to cruise on any part of the coast of the United States or territories thereof, where he may judge attempts will be made to violate the provisions of this act, and to instruct and direct the commanders of armed vessels of the United States to seize, take, and bring into any port of the United States all such ships or vessels, and moreover to seize, take, or bring into any port of the U.S. all ships or vessels of the United States where so found on the high seas, contravening the provisions of this act, to be proceeded against according to law. Thank you for joining us for our primary source today on the appendix. We will see you in the stacks.